What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it. I actually want to look at the Binance chart, USDT chart. It's just got more accurate representations of volume. It looks like Monday we did get a little dump after all, actually, right? We just pumped first, and then we dumped down. Still closing the day green, though, overall. I've heard a lot of people talk about prices, coming back down here to 110K, and even a little bit lower than this, right? If we're looking at this on a 4-hour time frame, there is this very discernible bearish divergence look here on the 4-hour RSI, but I don't know if it's bearish divergence, right? I'll take your bearish divergence and raise you a hidden bullish divergence, right? What is that, right? Lower highs with the RSI and higher highs in the price, that's bearish divergence. But whenever you have lower lows in the RSI, or really any indicator, lower lows in the RSI with higher lows in the price, that's called hidden bullish divergence. It's actually a good thing. Volume not really coming in as, I mean, it is coming in as we're moving up, but it wasn't coming in too much. I don't think that we're going to see. I think that the pace of Bitcoin is going to slow down in growth, but I do think we grow from here. I think what we're going to do is slowly kind of meander, getting slightly higher highs, and then we'll probably see a quick correction down to this area in time, like maybe at the end of the week or something like that. And then next week we should be ripping and running, you guys. Something like that. At this point in time, that's my thoughts. If I'm wrong, I'm only wrong to the bullish effect, right? Or maybe we do the dump first and then we move up. But just looking at the 4-hour time frame here with the lower lows in the RSI, I mean, we literally talked about this in my most recent Bitcoin video, right? I said we'd go down to the 60, we'd get a lower low, and then we'd bounce. So we've done that. We just haven't bounced yet, and I think that we will bounce. Let's look at the 1-hour time frame, maybe even the 15-minute. Again, when things are exciting like this, I feel like the 15-minute has more relevance. So the 15-minute time frame here, doing something that is, I would say, of a bullish setup in the RSI, okay? If you've been following my channel for even like a month, let alone throughout the years, you know that typically what we look for in the RSI whenever it comes to downtrends is we look for bullish divergence in the oversold zone to end it. Well, we didn't get that, but that's okay. There's another part to this. Whenever you have a downtrend, typically they transition into sideways trends, which I think is what we're getting here. And then we transition into an uptrend. And maybe we don't even get a sideways trend. Maybe we're just going straight from a downtrend to an uptrend. I don't know. But I think that we have, I mean, obviously we've broken out of this downtrend here. We're moving sideways now. And soon enough, and we're on the 15-minute time frame, so it's really not that significant, right? I mean, today is the 15th of July. The end of the day is all the way over here. So I mean, we could have a lot of stuff happen in the midst of this. We can go all the way up and all the way back down in the midst of today and tomorrow. But I do think that we're set up for some bullish continuation, right? I mean, if we see how long this this kind of uptrend was it accentuated? Is that the word? Because I said accentuate, and that's wrong. But accentuate. I can't say the word properly. Somebody corrected me. Anyways, shout out to whoever that was. Anyways, guys, I think that we're in a bullish setup. That's the main thing I'm trying to say here. Okay, I think that we're in a bullish setup. We saw some pretty bearish readings on the 15-minute time frame, and as a result, we moved down. But as we were moving down, you can see here that there was less volume coming in, and now as we're moving down here, there's no volume coming in, right? As you're pressing higher, you want volume to come in. I mean, like looking here, right? If we've got this flat top and we want to go higher, as we're pushing through here, as we're moving up, we're getting some volume coming in, volume's increasing, and then volume starts to decrease, so that tells us we're getting near the top, and of course we rolled over there. So here we're moving down a little bit. We're still in this range, so I suppose we could go a little bit lower, but if no volume comes in to back that up, then we likely will move up higher. I'm not saying that we have to go lower than this low. I don't know if we do. I'm not necessarily expecting that right now. I would actually think that we do continue to move higher, but time will tell. We do have lower lows in the RSI here, while having, I suppose that is lower lows in the price as well, so it's not really hidden bullish divergence, but it doesn't look too bearish to me right now. I think that more so we're finding support at the 40, sustaining above there, and if anything, we could be getting set up to move up higher. Time will tell. We did just have a bullish engulfing candle, which is nice, but we'll see how that works out. 1-hour time frame here, finding support clearly at a prior area of resistance, right? No matter how you cut it, we had a little bit of resistance right here, finding support right there. If we're looking at the Bitcoin liquidation levels over the last 24 hours, you guys, we've had a ton of shorts pile on and a ton of longs get liquidated and pile out. Right? There are a lot of longs to be liquidated at 118K. Being here at 119.7K, those longs get liquidated at about 118.5. That's very close to where we are. 121K is a little bit further away than these longs are, but just because we're closer to the longs doesn't mean that we have to clear them out. Maybe we do, and if we do, again, that could be the area that we go to first before moving higher. But there are a lot, man. There are 125K. There's $3.3 billion worth of shorts to clear out. And they will probably push back. There will be more shorts layered on as we move up higher. I don't expect that we're just going to get a straight run up like this. It'll probably up, down, right? Tease the bears a little bit here and there, make them go short at various places. But at this point in time, I would think that we have found a relative low. Again, we found support at a prior area of resistance here. Low or high to low here, getting above the 236 like this, finding support at the 069. I would think that we at least go to the 382, which is at 121K. But genuinely, I think we'll go to the golden ratio. We'll probably just make a nice straight move up to the golden ratio here at 121.6 to 122K, somewhere around there. Find resistance there, pull back, find some support at the 0.5382. This is when the shorts will probably pile on and even more, and then we will continue to rally. Again, I'm not expecting anything too spectacular from the price here. I'm thinking that maybe 124K to 126K might be where we go, something like that. And then we could continue to correct afterwards, right? Something like that. I'm not expecting today to be too big of a day to the upside, but we probably do get new all-time highs. If not today, then tomorrow. We'll be like working our way up there today. 4-hour time frame, of course, we already went over this, but lower lows in the RSI, we're right at an area where you'd expect to bounce, as long as this candle closes green. If it closes here or lower, I mean, clearly we're not bouncing at the 60. It would be ideal, you know, getting overbought like this, coming down. It'd be ideal to bounce off the 60. That sets you up for a pretty bullish maneuver. And I think what's going to happen here is we're actually going to get another drive, if not an actual drive, of bearish divergence here. I think that we will see a lower high in the 4-hour time frame with a higher high in the price, but just a slightly higher high, right? And that will be the actual bearish divergence, in which probably leads us down to this area here. I'm still wondering, you know, if we make a move up like this and we come down, if we were to come down to this area, I'm wondering if we would have that head, or that left shoulder head, and then kind of a right shoulder look. I'm wondering if we would get that and the markets would go into a panic because Bitcoin has a small head and shoulders pattern. Even if it were to be exacted, I mean, I don't think that it would be too crazy. It would take us down to like 111K, 112K, but I doubt that any bearish formation that we form is going to prevail. We're likely going to continue moving higher here over the days, over the weeks, but I don't expect too much from today. Again, I think that looking at the price, we've seen the speed of this move, the high velocity moments of this move. I think they've already taken shape. I hope I'm wrong. And I should say they've already taken shape. I think we have much more growth to come, and I think even higher velocity, larger moves are coming. But just for the time being, like this week, I think we are going to move up a little bit less, and then kind of roll over, see a quick shakeout. People are going to think logically, but improperly, that they're going to be incorrect. They're going to think that we're going to backtest this prior all-time high for support. We're probably going to find support just above that all-time high, somewhere around 116 to 113K, and then we will continue to rally, right? Something like that. That'd be the expectation. We'll probably see this drop happen, I would think, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, somewhere in that time frame. So until then, up and sideways to a small degree. A little bit of rolling over, promoting bearish divergence on the 4-day time frame, or 4-hour time frame, not 4-day time frame. The daily RSI, you know, if we do continue to climb up a little bit, we get some green days, I think that we can push for this 88 level, but I don't know if it's going to take us up too much higher, right? I mean, if we were to close up here at 123 or 125 by the end of today, I think that would get us up to this area where we found resistance before, and that really could be the momentary high, whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next day. Today is Tuesday, the 15th, yeah. I don't really know if I have anything else that I want to say. 3-day time frame has some bearish divergence showing its head, but we have 3 days left in this candle. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually continue to grow by the end of this next 3-day candle, right? So what that would be by Friday. Yeah, so on Thursday we close it. I would bet Friday we're up higher, we get rid of this bearish divergence, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday we correct. That's the expectation at the moment. So I got nothing else, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Expecting new all-time highs today. If not today, we're at least going to gear up for new all-time highs tomorrow. I don't expect that we're going to see a red day today. Yes. That's a very bearish candle at the top here. That is a very bearish candle. And if I'm wrong, let's get it straight, right? I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. If I'm wrong, worst case scenario, we do go back to like 112, 110K. But I think there's too many people chomping at the bit for the price to go down there. I don't think that we're going to get it. Like, really, in my in my head, what like the worst case scenario would be is that we'd come down to the base of this range here, which would be at about 116.6K, and then just clear out all these longs and then move on up afterwards, right? Something like that. But pile on the shorts and then yeah, really start ripping and running. But I don't have anything else that I want to say. I think I've said everything I need to say. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.